what considerations do African organizations hoping to work with multinational companies need to make regarding compliance?
One thing is clear, most small businesses want to work with multinational and be in their supply chain. And I like to say that one thing that they must consider is to standardize their business. So the more formal you are, the easier it is to engage with you. So I always say, try and get your business properly registered, as a legal entity in whatever jurisdiction you're working in. And in Nigeria, you have CAMA, you have other industry regulatory requirements. Try and comply with those requirements. The other thing that they should consider is to pay attention to running their operations according to certified standards. That will promote their brand, because most multinationals kind of align with certain standards depending on the industry. So, for instance, the food and medical supplies industry, there will be standards. There are ISO standards that regulate those industries. Try and comply with the standards, because then you show yourself as being you elevate your position before this multinational and make it easier to work with you. And that means to really get to understand your stakeholders. So the multinationals are one of your stakeholders, and you want to understand what they require. What they require from what a multinational in one industry require will be different from another multinational in another industry. Therefore, you want to be sure that you understand the specific requirements, those very specific and things that they require, so they can comply with them. As I considered the Ethics First program, which I found very interesting actually, it caught me that business ethics is one of the foundational principles that businesses need to adopt and formalize. Structure it in a way that it becomes a culture. And I saw one of the charts in the box saying that business ethics is a matter of leadership. And yes, I agree, it's a matter of leadership. So business leaders, small businesses, big businesses, they must adopt good business ethics practices. And as I pondered that, I just wanted to read a portion of a book talking about the efforts that's against corruption. So it says, with the effort against corruption and the intention to promote ethical conduct in their supply chains, large firms and multinationals are increasingly asking SMEs about their ethical policies. However, some small businesses in Africa are not fully aware or convinced of the importance of business ethics and its advantages. Some important advantages of codifying business ethics. So that lists it, and this book is my book, which is a corporate governance for small and medium-sized businesses in African economies, which I published last year. And so it tells small businesses, that when you think of corporate governance, it's not a one-size-fits-all, but you must structure your business in a way that will attract your stakeholders and ensure that they trust your business. Finally, sustainable business practices are things, it's becoming very common in business world today. Therefore, environmental and social and governance principles, you must adopt them, because most multinationals now are thinking of how do they achieve their SDGs. And so they're looking to ensure that those in their supply chain can present certain sustainability credentials. So that would be important to consider as well. Thank you very much.